Military plans to drastically reduce the number of special operations forces deployed in Africa over the next 3 years. The move could reduce the number of commandos in the continent, many fighting terrorists from about 1,200 to 700. And military sources told VOA, although Pentagon officials have agreed on the general parameters of the reductions, nothing has been finalized. VOA's Salem spoke to Donald Bolduc, a former commander of Special Operations Command Africa.
I think it's a combination of poorly written policy towards Africa, failure to understand the problem at senior levels, both in the military and in the interagency. It's also related to the casualties, although those weren't the first casualties. They just happened to be the ones that were highlighted in that particular time and space. But that is no reason to roll back. It's actually more of a reason to stay there and support our partners in these critical areas in North Africa, East Africa, Lake Chad Basin, and in West Africa, in the tri-border region of Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger. This is a critical time. We have about maybe 10 or 15 years, in my humble opinion. I would agree that a lack of understanding, poor policy, and a catastrophic event all came together, and people are looking to disengage rather than engage when the problems in these areas are small enough to deal with. Over time, they're going to be too large, and it will become more expensive and more problematic. And by that time, we're not going to have the strategic relationships that we need.
Do you worry that the U.S. pulling back security assistance to these African countries would create a vacuum in the possibility of China or Russia or any other military partner with different worldview would replace the U.S. across the continent?
Yes, the 4 years that I spent in AFRICOM and the 20 months as the deputy operations officer, and when I got a chance to travel around, I would ask the partner that I was with, so what's going on over there? Oh, we're building an airport. Oh, who's building? China. Oh, what's going on over there? We're building roads and bridges and so on. So, well, who's assisting with that? Well, that's China and also Russia. Oh, okay. What infrastructure is the United States assisting you with, if any? And it's very little. Well, why? Well, it's easier to go to them than it is to come to the United States because they work on a no strings attached policy. Well, my whole thing is that they would rather work with us, and they've said that to me numerous times, that they would rather work with us, strings attached or not, because they believe in what the United States stands for, and they understand that taking shortcuts in this area politically can be very dangerous. Nothing has significantly changed that would warrant this kind of reduction in soft forces in an environment in where we rely on our soft forces to be able to lead the way, because our partners and our ambassadors are looking for small footprint, operate in remote areas to counter violent extremist organizations, train our partners to do that, work with our international partners, and create time and space so that civil administration and police can take over that job, and we can improve socioeconomic development, which is the long-term solution to stability here. We need to keep doing what we're doing, and we need to bring people in to be able to work on that long-term piece. And right now is not the time to roll things back.